Honestly, for this particular project, I think one of the things that I'm going to need is some extra monoliths, which are really long files that you do a lot of sound design in, and then you just cut out the small pieces that you need. I'm making this in Serum so that I can go into my tone spec and into the full combination tables here, and just take a bunch of the wave cycles here, let's say the first 30 of them, and then we'll remove all of the other ones, and we'll morph with a crossfade between them, so that we have something that looks like this. And what we can do is we can really slowly morph between that. So let's set this to, say, 8 bars, for example. I'm quickly going to add Rhythmizer 2.0 to this channel. So this is going to do our triggering. And we're going to set it up like this with a little bit of random gate and fully randomized velocity as well. Of course, we can use the velocity to modulate something as well. And in this case, I'm going to do that with a bandpass filter. Now what I would like to do is add an extra modulation. So I'm going to make a shape that looks somewhat like this. And to add that to the pitch here. I think it's good that we tune this to the track. So 38.89 is going to be the frequency that we're putting here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up another exact modulation, but the other way around. Again, from LFO2. So this should cancel out, but what we can do is we can assign macro 1 here. And then we set one of them to inverted. So the cool thing is that the modulation is going to be flipping upside down like this. And of course we can automate this around as well. So I'm just kind of going to do that randomly. And basically I want to continue adding more and more and more stuff to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some modulations using stuff like Shaperbox. And as you can hear, we're already getting some really cool random sounds. So now if you want to use this in an actual track, what we're going to do is we're going to freeze this. And now you can see we have our monolith here. What is cool about these kind of monoliths is that they are kind of cut up in individual parts. So I could just take this individual part, for example, and use that as our one shot, because it's just like in and of itself a fully contained sound. And that is going to be true for almost all of the sounds that you're seeing here. And that's because we used Rhythmizer to basically chop up the sounds. So something like this, we'll just create another audio track and then just drag it on there and place it exactly where we want. And I have something like this with just the audio track. And of course you would know how to process that to turn it into a more psychedelic sound. For more music production tips and tricks, make sure that you subscribe to the channel.